Hey everyone, it's me, Dirty Honey. So today I'm talking about deja vu. And this shit is fucking trippy as hell, man. What the fuck is deja vu? Like, how does that shit happen? Dude, I know you've experienced deja vu, most likely. You have. Most people, I think, have experienced this thing called deja vu, and if you've never heard of it, basically it's when you feel like you've done this before. You know, something will happen and you'll be it'll just feel super familiar, like, dude, have I been here before? Has this happened before? And it just feels super trippy. You know, you kind of fucking, your brain kind of loops up or something. And so I'm talking about this right now because just the other day this shit happened to me, and it was the most, like, the deepest deja vu I've ever had. Usually you'll have deja vu and it's like, you know, you'll notice one thing that's like, oh dude, this kind of feels familiar. Or sometimes it might be two things that you notice that are like, oh damn, that happened. Oh holy crap, this other thing just happened too, dude. This is super weird. So the other day, I had like fucking 4 or 5 different things happen that were like all part of this deja vu thing. I was sending a text, and all of a sudden I was like, I hit send, and then I was looking at the sent message, and it started to feel real familiar, deja vu-y. And then I look up, and I wasn't driving, so I was parked, and I see this guy getting out of his car. And this was the second part of the deja vu. I'm like, oh, holy shit, dude. This is fucking hella familiar, dude. And he gets out of his car, starts walking, turns around, and looks back at his car. That was like the third familiar, like, remembering thing, a part of this fucking deja vu, dude. It was fucking nuts, dude. And then, after he does that, I look down at my phone again, and I have it again. I'm like, totally fucking just, dude, am I fucking in the past? What the fuck is happening? It was so fucking weird, dude. It was like, I seriously said it out loud, like, dude, am I in the past? I was like trying to fucking figure it out. Like, dude, I've never had this many confirmations in my deja vu. Like, it was fucking nuts, dude. So I like was just like, dude, what the fuck? And started just thinking about, how the hell does this actually happen? What the fuck is deja vu, dude? Why did that feel so familiar? Like, I swear to God, I was there before that shit. And I still, to this right now, feel like that shit happened more than once. I feel like it actually happened, because in that, part of that, when the third recognition thing was, I was looking down at my phone, and I had this recollection of that part happening, like this whole thing had happened more than once. Like, this was the third or fourth time that this particular deja vu had happened or something. And so I kind of, like, my mind was blown a little bit. Now, you know, I got a pea brain, so this, and I have an empty brain, so there's not much to blow off of that table, but what the fuck, dude, this shit was hella weird, man. So anyways, I started thinking about what the fuck causes deja vu. And I just came up with a couple I'm like, dude, maybe this is like some form of a miracle. Yeah. Maybe God or your guardian angel or something is like looking at your life or your timeline from above and knows what's going to happen, what's supposed to happen, but you have free will, so there's a little bit of variable there. And so maybe things were veering off, and you got to this part in your life where something was going to go wrong and fuck up your butterfly effect, and it was going to fuck up the whole time, and who knows what kind of crazy fucked up thing it was going to happen because of what was about to happen. But then your God or God or your guardian angel or whatever saw this coming and like copy pasted something from your past over this incident that wasn't supposed to happen, or they didn't want to happen because it would have fucked the butterfly effect, or everything would have got fucked up after that. And so they copy paste this previous event on top of your life timeline, and so you go through it, and they're thinking, oh, God's like, oh, because God's not perfect. We already know this. Read the Bible, dude. I don't know about other religions, but so maybe he's like, yeah, dude, this is gonna work. They'll never notice. And we're down here and we're like, what the fuck? That was weird. I kind of noticed that. But what are we gonna do? We can't prove it. So he just like shoves it up our butt and says, no, sorry, dude, deja vu. That's what you call it. And this shit happens on a regular basis. And maybe it's a fucking miracle. Maybe that deja vu thing was a copy paste of something I already did. My guardian angel or God fucking said, nope, something bad's about to happen. This dude's gonna throw a rock. It's gonna fuck his ass up. And then everything's going to go crazy wrong because he's going to be pissed, get in a fight, and go stab this dude. Now what? Now I'm in Dirty Honey's in jail and shit because that dude threw a rock at me. But my guardian angel's like, nope, copy paste this old incident where he sent a text message. We'll just go there again. He'll never notice. But then I did notice. And maybe my guardian angel's like lazy or some shit. And he's like, if I copy paste this a couple of times, he'll never notice. And that's why I had like 4 or 5 recollections of this shit. I don't know. Anything could be. But I'm thinking that maybe that copy-paste scenario is like a version of a miracle that we see in the form of deja vu. That maybe our guardian angel is happening. Or some shit. I just did a guardian angel video and I didn't think of this before then, but that should have been in there. I'll put a link in there so you can see the rest of the guardian angel thought. But another thing that I thought of that was kind of like, what the fuck, maybe this guardian angel thing's not true and whatever. But if we're like peering through, this is this different scenario of deja vu possible reasoning, is that if we're watching or viewing or experiencing our life and our time through some sort of a lens, like our eye has a lens and a camera has a lens, and most things that capture vision have a lens. Let's say that our existence is looking through some sort of a lens, and potentially we, our spirit or whatever got cockeyed to look through that lens, and we kind of saw fisheye vision and saw something from the past that kind of wiggled its way into our present view. And so maybe our askew perspective of the lens of reality caused us to kind of have a little glimpse into the past or something like that, like bending light, but it's bending, your view of reality or some shit. I don't know, that's kind of something. Or then there's the whole like Matrix, there's the glitch in the Matrix. What just happened? So, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole thing. The Matrix is deep, dude. Watch that movie and figure some shit out with that. I need to watch that again. It's been a long time. But another thing is is maybe reality is on all of these dimensions, like this book that we're flipping through. And maybe these dimensions, everybody has one, and they all line up perfectly. And so we kind of experience our life through these like blades, or these like glass plates of each plate is like a dimension, and you're looking through all these glass plates, right? But if one of them gets kind of out of place, then that deja vu happens. Like you'll see something that was out of timeline because one of the dimensions skipped or something, or was out of place. Or maybe it's always out of place and you don't intersect it enough to notice. That one's a little bit wonky, and you got to go deep with that one. Smoke a bowl first before you hit this part of the video. But dimension crossings and whatever. Or another one that I like is like reincarnation, or if we've been in this, like if reincarnation happens and you're going in this birth, death, rebirth cycle, which is what Buddhism is. That's what they believe, that life is this cycle of suffering, birth, death, rebirth. And so let's say that you were reborn and you were reincarnated into this same body before, and maybe life is just like a record and it just plays over and over. It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over, and you got into it at that particular time, because we don't know maybe when we're reincarnated, being in line with the last time that we were existing. So if we'd had this life in the past and we're having it again now, maybe we just remembered that. Maybe it was just like, whoa, dude, little glitch, and you just remembered it. Kind of like a broken record, or like a skip on the record. And then you saw something and it just got back in line. So, or kind of like a broken record where it hits that same part, that loop over and over and over, and then somebody, your guardian angel, will come and be like, oh, let's put the record back on the track. So it could be that incident that's happening at the present time, skipping back a couple times, whoop, 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 and your reality is just like whoop, 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 skipping past that in your present, but it feels like you've seen it before, even though that was just like a split second before you had seen it because your record skipped. You follow me? That's trippy fucking shit, bro. Like we're the needle reading this record as it goes around, and it skipped a couple times, and that's why we saw that deja vu, whoop, 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 4 times or 3 times in a row, whoop, 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 and then the angel caught you back up, or God, or whatever the fuck. Nature, I don't know. But I'm just totally tripped out on deja vu, dude. I don't know exactly what it is, but if you guys have thoughts on or theories about what you think it could be and why the fuck, or experiences that you had that are trippy like that. And I've had more deja vus, but that was the most deep. That was the deepest. Just so many points of reference in there, dude. My record skipped a bunch of times. So anyways, that's it. Dirty Honey talking about deja vu, what I think it could possibly might be, and reminding you to be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Look at that, dude. Deja vu. Don't forget it, because you just, that happens, dude. Maybe you'll deja vu and remember to be nice. You're like, dude, I was doing this nice thing before. That's a good thing. And then also 91.5 FM on the radio, KUSC.org on the internet. This will definitely help you be nice, and you can deja vu that shit all day and you'll be happy about it. So don't trip. Deja vu that stuff. So like, subscribe, watch all the videos, tell your friends about it, and see you next time. Be nice. Bye.